Welcome back to another exciting, effective living conversation. I am Coach Ricardo Miller, and I'm joined with the one and only, come on, Bradye Robinson. What's up, Bradye?
Hello. I missed y'all. How everybody doing?
Now, listen, Bradye, we have not done this in a while, and we just had to do it because there was just so much to be said in the fact that we are now on the first day of November. How do you feel, man? Fourth quarter strong.
I'm excited. I'm like, we have 2 full months,
Yeah.
2 full months. So yeah, we got a lot that we can accomplish. We're finna get there.
You know, some people actually think, boy, this year is already gone. Do you agree with that statement?
No. It's not over. It's not over.
Yeah.
It's not over. We finish
When,
strong. Go to the end.
we got Miss Irene Case joining us. We got Joel joining us. Hey guys, tonight, listen, I'm joined with Bradye Robinson. Let me tell you something. We're about to help some people out tonight. Listen, guys, it's all about financial peer pressure tonight. That's what we're diving into. You know why? Because this is the time of the year where people make dumb decisions. A lot of them. A lot of dumb decisions are made during this time of the year. Bradye, you've written a book. You have launched and have been helping people with financial planning, budgeting, and getting control of their finances. Tell our viewing audience a little bit about, Robinson's Empowerment Group.
Yes. Okay, so Robinson Empowerment Group is I'm a motivational speaker, a recently published author. What I do, I specialize in helping people learn how to live on a budget and a financial freedom because it is possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're joined with Bradye Robinson. Bradye, you're going in and out a little bit. And so hopefully that doesn't try to take away from our session tonight. And so we're diving in tonight talking about financial planning. We're talking about taking control of the whole narrative as to what you're going to do with your money. And so, listen, Bradye, we got some points we're going to share. And I just felt led that, this is the right time to talk about it. It's the first of the month. We all can do some things better to take better control of our finances, right?
Absolutely. We still have time. We're in the last quarter of the year. I say get a jump start on the year coming instead of waiting till the beginning of the year. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. So we can end the year by accomplishing some goals. Also going into the new year with a head start. I like to be ahead of the game.
Yeah. When we think about being ahead of the game, Bradye, tonight we're focusing a little bit more specifically on peer pressure, financial peer pressure. Do you believe there is such a thing as financial peer pressure?
There is. Financial peer pressure is real. It is real. Yes, it is. Yes.
There are a lot of people who have never thought about financial peer pressure. I mean, they've never thought that, watch this, I do whatever I want to do with my money. But the truth is, if they look a little bit closer to the description that breaks down one for having been pressured through peer pressure, you would realize you are actually being more influenced by your circle, by your family, by those on your job. What would you say are some of the behaviors that we see that often comes from peer pressure when it comes to finances?
Well, trying to fit in and not being able to say no.
Wow. Hold on, trying to fit in.
Trying to fit in.
That's a big one, though, Bradye. I mean, trying to fit in. I mean,
I have notes. I'm ready. I love this.
Go ahead.
This is my specialty. Yes.
Trying to fit in and then not saying no. Oh my goodness. Some people don't know how to say no to themselves. They don't know how to say no to others. That's a whole there's two different types of no's there now, Brady. There's a no where you want to go with your girlfriend, you want to go with your friends, but you got to tell yourself no, right?
Yes.
And then there is a no that you said no, but you got friends who are pushing you, who want you to do it, and you said no already. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is on fire. There's two sets of no you have to learn how to embrace. It is the no to self, and then there's the no, saying no to those who may try to push you beyond what you're trying to do.
Yes, that's true. And you have to realize no is a complete sentence.
Come on.
No. So let's practice. Let's do examples.
Yeah.
Let's do examples for the ones in the back for the visual learners. So ask me a yes or no question.
So Brady, you're telling me that you're going to sow a seed of $1 million in effective living this week. I need it this week, Brady. Go ahead and refinance the house and the two cars, and I'm pulling that savings and the stocks. And Brady, just be generous, man. Be generous, Brady.
No. No, we have to learn how to be okay with our no. Also, remember that we do not owe an explanation after it. Remember, the explanation is only good for the person giving it, because the person who's asking for it is still not getting what they want. So when you make excuses, or it's only good for you. So just say no, be okay with your no. But that's hard for people. And this time of year is a celebratory season. Yeah. You know, it's nostalgic. You know, we're hooking up with family and friends. It's been a rough year, and I just want to relax, and I feel like I should do this. The peer pressure is strong.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go ahead and ask me a question so I can give you a no, Brady.
Let's practice. Okay, so with saying that, let's see here. Will you coach my client from Robinson Empowerment Group for 6 months for free?
You know, Brady, thank you for building up the courage to ask me such a question. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that at this time. But I'm praying for Robinson Empowerment, Group, and all of those incredible people who are coming to you for your services. But unfortunately, Effective Living LLC will not be able to assist you guys at this time. Did you notice I said no without actually coming across offensive, like totally, angry? Because, a lot of people subscribe no to being an angry word. No don't have to come across angry. You don't have to change your demeanor in saying no.
A lot of people take no as rejection. So if here's the thing, we're dealing with people from all walks of life, all states of mentality here. So the very person that I flat out say no to, that could be a trigger for them, or that they may feel rejected. Now, me being a businesswoman, listening to you, I will come right back and say, okay, I understand that. Thank you for listening. Since you said not at this time, let me go ahead and put you down for February 1st, 2023. I'm going to get you. Say your no and mean your no. If you're not going to do it later, because if not, I'm going to follow up with you.
Hey, and the truth is, I may want to do it later because I love what you're doing at Robinson Empowerment Group. Unfortunately, you come back in February and I tell you, hey, listen, we're booming right now. The first quarter is the strongest quarter. 2023, we're not doing any sponsorship, neither no scholarship. And so maybe Robinson Empowerment Group can come back around in 2025. All right.
But that was a great example of getting people, because also get ready for the rebuttal. Have a rebuttal, because we don't flat out say no like I did. We'll say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do this, or right now it's not the time. But be prepared for the person to come back with something, because you have to remember, people want what they want. They're not being selfish on purpose, but in their mind, I don't understand why you can't go, why we can't do it, why you can't loan me the money, or why can't I use your car to get my rental car, whatever the case may be. But you have to be prepared for the rebuttal and be okay with that, and come back, have a firm no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that. Leave it there and move on. Hey, maybe we can visit this another time.
Brady, give us another one of those points you have. I know you have a list of them that people oftentimes struggle with. Okay,
so let's see. Some that people often struggle with, far as the peer pressure, because we're talking about financial peer pressure here. So we tend to follow trends.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
guilty.
Hmm.
Okay. Perfect
Hmm.
example. Last year, my daughter's birthday, her birthday's coming up now. The restaurant to go to was this popping restaurant. I'm not giving credit to them because I'm not
Yeah.
endorsed by them, but
Right.
it's a popping restaurant. Oh, it was known for this huge dessert, everything. It's a trend. Okay. So I'm looking at this, and the food is really not the best selection. The prices are crazy. It's ridiculous. The waiting list, you have to get it, and we follow trends.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
You, I,
You know, the new restaurants that's popping up, we can name
yep.
them right now. We all have been or want to go. It's
Yep.
trends when
Yep.
it's subpar food.
Yep. I like what you said, Brady, when it comes to trend. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're talking about peer pressure from a financial standpoint. Now, here's the deal. There are some people, they are so locked into trend, Brady, they're updating their iPhone before the iPhone come out completely. They're already ordering the new one when the old one that they had wasn't that old. But the truth is they're moving on to the trend. The trend is upgrade every year. The trend, I was talking to a potential client the other day, and they said, "Hey man, the holidays are coming up. What are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing the same thing I did last year." And he said to me, he said, "That's outdated." I
Mm.
say it's not outdated to me. It's everything that I have from last year can still work this year, and I'm going to use it this year again. Going back to what you just said, it is now learning how to not allow the trend, the culture
Mm-hmm.
of fads and styles to overtake you to the point where you also what's this Christmas time is coming fast approaching. Some people, I gotta change the color of my Christmas tree every year. You can't afford to change the color of your Christmas tree every year. As a matter of fact, ain't that many people gonna see your tree that much that you have to change out all of the decor of your Christmas tree. Oh, my awning on the door needs to be changed every holiday. Listen, that's the reason why your credit score is the way it is, because your
Right.
misplaced priority of finances is just messing you up. I'm
Yes.
trying to help somebody today. Learn how to accept the fact you bought a nice one. Okay, you went to the store. Hobby Lobby sells that
Mm-hmm.
50% off at a certain time. You
Yes.
got that 50% slash. Watch this. It's nice enough to last 3 to 4 seasons, if not more, if you take care of it. Why allow the trend to say that, you know what? I'm going to change this thing out every year. That's not a good one. I love that point, Brady. Do you have another one for us?
Yes, other than and not only keeping up with the trends, but falling into the buy now, pay later trap. There is be on the lookout for that. Buy
Yeah.
now, pay later. Everything is okay, 90 days free, interest free, right?
Yeah.
But you guys do know this is the time of year that this is business. They're gonna push that. If you have horrible credit, you can get it this time of year. Be careful with that because if you don't pay it off, the fine print says they charge you interest from even when it wasn't any interest on there. So be careful with that. So following trends, falling for marketing stunts. That's what I
Let,
call the buy now, pay
let,
later.
let's talk about that one right there.
Mhm.
Following the
Following trends and falling for marketing stunts.
marketing stuff. I want to really highlight this buy now, pay later.
Mhm.
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have to have it, why pay later when it's going to get you to the point where it's going to take advantage of you? The interest is going to take advantage of you. One, you can't afford it. You can't afford it right now. You can't afford it. But yet, oh, it's the Christmas time and I have to do this for my kids. Where did the term have to come from?
That is where you have to have something. That's crazy. I think that we've just gotten very fortunate, a little bit spoiled, and we work hard. We deserve it. Have that type of mentality. But when you buy now and pay later, the thing about it is studies show that only like 34% of the people actually pay it in the time frame without getting charged the interest. Are you that disciplined? Probably not, or you would not need to buy now and pay later.
Wow, wow, wow. Now, and what's this? What's this? You mentioned, how many people read the fine prints with these
You know.
holiday agreements, and they find themselves trapped. The Bible says, the borrower is a slave to the lender.
Absolutely.
And then if you're watching today, you better declare that this is the season you're going into being the lender. You're going into the season of being the lender with pressed down, shaken together, and running over returns coming back to you. Long gone are the days where you're making the same holiday mistakes year in and year out. Somebody ought to declare this is going to be the year that it stops. It stops now. Now, Bradye, a few years back, I remember looking at my finances, and it was funny. When the money is funny, you got to make some adjustments, right? I made an adjustment, and I declared it real strong to those that were around me that I was going to not do Christmas this year in that of gifts exchange. And somebody had the gall. I'm going to use that word. That's Bahamas right there talking, Bradye. Somebody had gall to say to me, well, what you have to get gifts. I don't have to get gifts, not at this age. I've told you I can at this time look at my money and I realize it will not be of good start of mine to follow this trend, this cultural trend of exchanging gifts when I can't afford to do it right now. So I made an announcement very early. I'm not buying Christmas gifts this year. I'm trying to get my money together. Now, here's the deal. That right there changed my life. Then later on, you and I sat down and you looked at all of my expenses and you realized, boy, let me tell you something. I don't know how you're going to do this because you in the red. You in the red.
You like to shop.
Hey, you in the red big time. And then you sat me down, you bought it all out, and then you helped me to understand something I just recommended, Bradye, this past week and last week. In the Bahamas, I was doing radio virtually, and I was talking to Drive Time Radio audience, and I told them November is one of my no-spend months. And I know you're the one who introduced the no-spend week. And so my house, we're having the no-spend month because you know what? We pulled back a little bit to ensure that, you know what? All of the little extras that we were doing, because we know we want Christmas to be a little extra. So, but we're managing the no spend month concept. Talk to us about that.
No spend month. So first we're going to, I like to break it down in small pieces. So we start with no spend days. And that's what I implement in my program at Robinson Empowerment Group. No spend days. We start out the first week, 2 days, then go to 3, you grow. You go to a no spend month. No spend week. So what that means is, of course, you got to get gas. You have to eat, but we're not eating out. We're not doing drive-through meals. You're not spending anything outside of your 4 walls, meaning, anything outside of your bills of that nature. Then a no-spend month, that's where you're pulling back on entertainment because a lot of our money is going to entertainment. Now, this time of year is very difficult because everybody wants to get together. Everybody wants to celebrate. So I just feel like we need to equip the people with ways to still be able to enjoy this time of year, but not break the bank.
Yep.
So it's other ways. So what comes to mind for me is this year, make it a point to give experiences versus gifts. Because if you're in my presence, it's going to be an experience, right? So what I can do is invite you over for a meal, a really nice meal. We can sit down and talk. What I've done, one of my clients, my former clients, will sit down and we'll do a vision board. And that's our time to catch up with each other. We create memories, create experiences, right? That's important. That's what we'll remember. It's because a gift, it's usually going to get regifted. If it's not a gift card. So, just be prepared. So,
ladies and gentlemen,
vital, yes.
We're talking about financial peer pressure tonight. And I believe that everybody can take control of their finances. Everybody. Okay? We've all been given the power to create wealth. Okay? You have to decide, I'm not going to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. You have to decide to break bad habits and establish a more healthier trend so that season in and season out culture is not going to dictate how you show up any given holiday. Hello. You're going to commit to having a way of doing things that actually brings about peace, joy, comfort, and a level of reflection that you can look at and say, I'm grateful for the decision I made this past holiday. Now, Brady, you know, after a person has made some dumb decisions, you know, it really haunts us for a while. It has the ability to haunt us. Talk to us a little bit more about that list that you have there and that people oftentimes struggle with.
Well, a lot of times they make mistakes with their money and make bad choices by making decisions on the fly.
Wow.
Or being like, because remember, it's peer pressure, it's financial peer pressure. So hey, we're going out to church, we're gonna go to XYZ restaurant. You know that restaurant is gonna run you about $150 for you and your maid or yourself or whatever, making decisions on the fly and not really thinking it through. That can definitely hurt us during this time of year, and that's pressure, that's financial peer pressure. Some of the other
let's
things.
talk about. Give me a minute for that. I want to dive into that a little bit because you just mentioned that making a decision on the fly, the ability to say no, the ability to not be so quick. The Bible talks about being slow to speak and swift to hear, and sometimes it's not even hearing the other person; is hearing what the Holy Spirit is saying. And so on the fly, here's the deal. You decided that you could afford to go for lunch, but you went for lunch and somebody said, girl, let's go and check out Bath and Body Works. And so you went, oh my goodness, they got 50% off. You know, 50% off on something you don't need is not a deal.
It's not, and you weren't planning to spend that anyway. So I think making hasty decisions, the Bible say be anxious for nothing.
Yes.
And if you are trying to be a good steward of your finances, and right now is, remember guys, this is just right now. You don't have to live like this forever, but it's the small sacrifices so you can get to the bigger picture. So right now we can't afford to make hasty decisions. My mother said, hey, fast decisions cost you a lot of money. So it wasn't money that you were planning to spend. Yes, it's a great sale. And it is some things that you could pick up, but you're not staying according to your plan because we're living on a budget, right? We're ending the year strong, right? We're checking all of our pulses, all of our goals. So let's stay on the plan.
Let's stay on the plan. Bradye Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, is joining us tonight. We're talking and we're helping people as they're preparing to go into the holiday season. This is a time where companies have strategies to ensure that they get what they can to make sure that they can leave this year in the black. But unfortunately, a lot of people are going to leave this year in the red. Bradye, let's talk about a question. I have something here. I said, what has helped you over the years to not be forced or peer pressured by those in family, friends, or just your circle?
For me, sticking to a budget. So, and that's big. And I have another one, but mostly sticking to a budget. When you plan, you know, if you write it out, have your budget so you know what you can spend or not. Because if I've done my budget and I know what I have left over, I can go on the fly because I've already done my budget. I know I have a couple $100 here. I could do that, right? That's not where I want to spend all my money, but I can do that. But what has helped me is sticking to a budget. Right. So when do we do a budget? We do the budget when? Come on, because you was my client. When do we do the budget?
Well, you don't do the budget in the month. You do the budget before the month, or you don't do it in the week. You do it before the week. And a lot of people, they're the tail is leading the dog. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So the mind is sticking to a budget. Next, having other alternatives. Having frugal alternatives. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you what I've noticed, right? You can call me, hey, they say Bradye is the budget lady. She say, I haven't heard cheap in a long time because I know how to spend my money wisely, but have some other alternatives. A lot of people just do not have that creative niche. They just want to go with the trend. So maybe I can't go to XYZ restaurant, but hey, you know what we can do? We can go here and maybe go sit on the patio and have an alternative. The thing about it is we are brilliant people. Don't be limited to one plan or one idea. So if someone suggests something, have alternatives. You know, there's always like a small, medium, and large. You have a cheap, a medium, and a high end, right? So I might not go top shelf, but I'm not going to go cheap either. So it's a way of balancing it. Have some other alternatives because, and what I've noticed when I do offer other alternatives, they're very creative, they're very fun and engaging. And most people be like, this is so fun. I never would have thought about that. Like, for example, I said they wanted to do a staycation or somewhere. I said, how about we just go to lunch and do a paint with a twist? And it was like, yeah, I haven't done that yet. It was like half the cost. We still spent the whole day together, things like that. So that was a couple years ago. Have other alternatives. That's what I suggest, because that way people usually just want to spend time with you.
Wow.
So I mean, you know, you just want to hang out, catch up, do some things. Let's and offer suggestions. Most people don't have any other suggestions. We're going with what we've heard is popping or what's going on.
You know, you see what Joel says, Bradye?
Yes, I love it. I love a patio, a rooftop, and the view is breathtaking. You can go there and share an appetizer or go there and eat whatever. But I mean, you can have other alternatives. So if, you know, when we're talking about going somewhere, let me think about that. Okay, that sounds good. But what about this? And you will find that people had not even thought about that. It's not that, oh, you're thinking on a certain level. It's just that let's open up their minds and hey, we don't follow trends here. We set trends.
Come on now, ladies and gentlemen, write that in your comments. Post that on your page.
We're trendsetters. I tell my daughter that all the time. We are trendsetters. Think about it. What you do, we're an influencer here in Effective Living. We're built to last. So we're influencers, right? I don't follow trends. I'm a trendsetter. I influence. I lead. That's what I do. I don't have a problem with following and that. But let's talk about it, because I'm not going to disrupt my household and what I have to have some fun.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right there. We are trendsetters, okay? And the truth be told, here's the deal. You have to decide that's the position that you're going to function from. You have to decide that you're going to function from that position. Now, Bradye, before we go, we only got about 2 more questions we're going to take, because I feel as though we need to come back tomorrow night and do a part 2 to this. But I wanted people to realize that, you know, there is a lot of external pressure coming in to try to take people off of their healthy grind all year long.
I like that healthy grind. Hold on. Healthy grind.
Yeah.
I like that.
Come on, Bradye. Come on. So here's the deal. All year long, you were making progress. And you let the holiday season came with the pressure that is coming from all of these external influences. Okay? You're allowing all of these external influences to take control of what you are building up and take it away from you, only to set you back a couple of years. Okay? At some point, you got to tell yourself, I'm not going around the same mountain again. At some point, you got to say, I have to learn the lesson from this class of holiday management when it comes to finance, family, friends, and social circle. I am not going to be the same place where I was last year, this year. And so I'm not going to repeat the same behavior. So really, I have another question for you. In your opinion, what are 5 of the most healthiest money management practices you would recommend to the people who are viewing today? This is our last one, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to Bradye Robinson. Practical tips that you can apply.
Okay, so let's go. Number 1, I always say write down and live on a budget. Number 1, that's write down, live on a budget, right?
Bradye, hold on. Listen, I'm going to break down those a little bit.
Let's break it down. Okay, I'm ready.
We hear budget. Why do people not stick with it so much? Because there are a lot of people, they start off with good intent to hear the term budget, but don't stick with it. Break that down real fast. Get the budget, but here's the easy way to incorporate a budget. What would that be?
So that would be, first of all, you know how much you bring home. List every single bill that you have that's going out on a monthly basis. Estimate how much you're spending on drive-throughs. You need to write it down. Pull your checking account up and just look at what you did last month. Write your budget down. It will blow your mind. If we all stop and look at all the transactions with our debit card, we all eat out too much. We're spending money frivolously, right? So that's why I say get and live on a budget. Budget is key because the word also says you have to count up the cost. That's your way of counting up the cost. He says it plain. Count the cost, right? It says write the vision, make it plain. So we have to live on a budget. Number 2, I would say pay off any debt that you can right now, right? Small debt, pay off debt. But most importantly, with number 2, let's not create any debt this holiday. We're done with that, right? Number 2, we're done with debt. We're done with debt. That's number 2. Number 3, I would say save. Save. I don't care if it's $10. Do the envelope system. Tomorrow I can show you guys my envelope system. I have examples of spreadsheets that I have for my clients, but save, stick something back, right? It's going to rain. We don't know when, but it's going to rain. Batteries on cars don't last forever. Warranties don't cover everything, right? Even with a warranty, there's a deductible. At least have your deductible put back, okay?
Oh, let's you're at 3, right? Let me jump in now. Like you said, a lot of effective living clients know this. We talk a lot about management. Life is about managing yourself well so that you can actually cover those rainy days. You know what I'm saying, Bradye? Because like you said, it's going to rain. I like what you mentioned when you say save something. Now, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Practice the concept of saving something as a new habit. No matter how much, just make sure something is being saved. Something is being put away for the rainy day. So they call it a rainy day fund. They call it an emergency fund. But whatever you want to call it, make sure you have a fund on the side for the unpredictable. The things you can't see, you want to prepare for as much as humanly possible. Go ahead, Bradye.
Absolutely. So we have those 3. The next one I would say that's we have budget, pay off debt, no debt, save. And the next one I would say give.
Wow.
I have to put give in there. I usually do give last, but with the way the world is going now, and here's the thing, whatever it is that you're needing, give. Whatever it is that you're desiring, give. It doesn't make sense because it's like, if I don't have it, how can I give it? Give. Increase your giving. Increase your giving. You cannot be God-given. I was told that all my life. I'm a huge giver. But guess what? I'm a huge blesser too. I get blessed all the time, and I'm grateful for that. So be a giver. Increase your giving. Challenge yourself. Give. If not, you would spend it here and there at McDonald's or whatever. Just increase, even if it's just adding an extra $5 to a tip, or be a bigger giver in this holiday season.
Bradye, I love that. I love that. I was at Albertson the other day, and you know the guys they pack the groceries. I said, I have on my goal once a month to just surprise somebody with an eye-opening tip. Just a. And I did that on Saturday to this guy. I think it was Saturday or Friday, and he just basically put one bag, and assisted me with one bag, and I tipped him in a way that he. For me, yes. For you, yes, for you. And so I'm really big on that whole concept. But like you said, you have something to give. You could give something. You just have to decide, and here's the deal. Don't compare your giving. Give where you are at. Okay? Give where you're at. And then aspire to give. How about that, Bradye? How about deciding? I have on my bucket list a couple of level of generous giving I would like to do in different forms. Yes. I would like to just, I started the practice of paying for the person in the back, or, that they're on the line, or second is paying for, hey, what's this? The next person pull up at the register, pay for their stuff. Just, be like, whatever the card is, right? Just pay for the next person. I didn't ask if they needed. I just talking about the fact that I felt led to be generous and give. And it's a phenomenal It's a phenomenal behavior or habit to create. The Bible says, given it should be given unto you good measure, pressed down, shaken together. It also says, sow. What does it say? What you sow, you will reap.
Yes. Come on.
Okay? And what I found, Bradye, to be so amazing about what you're saying is, oftentimes what we sow, we get back. Oftentimes what we sow, and a lot of people don't capture that. Now, it may not come back from the same person,
right,
but it comes back in the same form. You know, one of the things I don't have no shortage of, Bradye?
What?
I don't have no shortage of merchandise. You know why? Because I sell merch.
Yes.
I sell, you know, everybody got the effective living merch, right? And so I had to learn, if I wanted to go to that next level from a digit standpoint, I had to become more generous financially. Go ahead, Bradye.
Absolutely. And like you said, just sowing seeds into things that are important to you, but most importantly in the kingdom. And my last tip, number 5, invest. Invest. And when I say invest, first things first, you need to invest in yourself. We're so ready to go out and play the stock market. We're so ready to go out and buy houses and flip them, right? We're so ready to go out and buy land. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. I mean, if you won't invest in yourself, why would a bank invest in you? So which that all goes back to the other 4 things leading up to this: living on a budget, being able to save, not creating any more debt, investing yourself, meaning building your savings, getting your credit good. Hey, and then we're going to invest. You're going to look at increasing your contribution to retirement. It's the end of the year. It's open enrollment. Did you use all of that healthcare insurance that they taking out $200 a check for? Because I didn't. I still didn't meet deductible. So it was time for me to let's look at this and choose a different plan so I can get more money back on my check. Or, hey, you know what? My child needs braces. We need to pick this plan so I don't be out of pocket. It is about strategic planning, right? Everything we do is strategic. We don't just live. We're not just floating through the atmosphere anymore. We're living on purpose and with a purpose.
Everything is strategic. If that's spoken to you just now, put that in the comment section.
Everything.
Everything is strategic. Bradye, I would love for us to join each other tomorrow again. We'll do another talk, a part 2 to this talk about peer pressure, but I want us to go into peer pressure, financial peer pressure, in addition to understanding the role of passing on an inheritance for your children's children, knowing that you should not just live for today, but you should strategically set yourself up to have passed on something. So we're going to talk more about that tomorrow. Before we do, though, today is National Authors Day. I don't know if you knew that. A National Authors Day today. And Bradye wrote a book. I wrote a book. Yes. If you haven't gotten either of our books, you need to go to our particular various sites and contact us. Bradye, go ahead, put it up there. Let's put them out there so people can keep it up there, Bradye.
Here we go.
Keep it up there. Keep it up. Listen.
Yes.
You need to get the book, okay? Support Bradye Robinson. She's doing a great job. You want to take control of your finances? Contact Bradye. You want to take yourself to the next level? Understand, someone is assigned to help you. Bradye, tomorrow night we'll come back with a part 2, challenging and taking people from one thought pattern to another thought position that is a more healthier position for kingdom dominance in the earth. Thank you so much, Bradye Robinson.
Thank you. I'm excited. Hey, guys, tomorrow is going to be great because we're going to talk about where all of this came from and how we're going to get rid of it and move to the next level. So make sure you share this. Make sure you invite somebody to listen in. I have some good stuff for you.
It's going to be good. Don't miss tomorrow night, same time, 7:30 Central Standard Time. God bless you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you. Goodbye.